record. Okay.
Okay. Hi, my name is Leilani, and I am the timekeeper for our group.
My name's Chloe, and I'm going to be the videographer for our group. I will also submit our video to YouTube and to Coursera when we complete.
My name is Taylor Harrell, and I'm going to be the note taker for this research project.
And my name is Timberly Walker, so I'll be the moderator for this project, just keeping us focused on all the topics and hitting all the points.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right. Well, starting off, did y'all want to come up with a group name, or did y'all just want to stay with the group number?
As of right now, I couldn't think of a group name, honestly, but if we want to think of one as we're moving along, we could.
I agree.
Yeah, I agree on that too.
Sounds good. All right, so we'll just stay with group number 2 and then come up with a name eventually. Yeah.
I'm also going to write names down on this as well, just so
Okay.
I have it. And I'm going to include Shelby in this. Maybe she'll get with us soon on when she'll want to join in.
Sounds good. I'm going to send an email real quick, just like as a reminder. Maybe she'll jump on.
Okay.
Yeah, maybe add the Zoom link and just let her know we're on here if she'd like to join. So
Okay. I'm sending it to her. Yeah.
What was her last name? Do y'all remember? Was it Lamb?
It is Lamb.
Shelby Lamb.
Perfect.
just let us know whenever you get done typing out because I don't want to move on.
No, you're fine. I can multitask, I swear.
All right, so for the first part of the template, it says research proposal for client. So has anybody thought, or does anybody have any ideas about like the ideas for what we're going to do for them?
I'm assuming we need to like pick a client on our own because I know it says like as like an example Chick-fil-A, but do we want to stick to the food side of things? Is there something else that someone else is like interested in that maybe would be more fun to do?
Do y'all want to do, I guess we could either another food chain or even like some type of, so we would definitely want something where we can find research on it for later on if like we need actual research from the company. So like a known clothing store, so like Target or Walmart, Sam's, big places like that. So
I'm fine with also doing like a shopping place. We could do Sam's or TJ Maxx or any of those. So I'm good with either of those options.
The easiest thing though with it being a chain that's I guess food, just thinking off of what they have for Chick-fil-A, like if you were to do something like Starbucks, it might be a little bit easier to come up with a product idea than it would be for something that has like such a broad variety of items. Whereas like if you
Very
solely
true.
do coffee or chicken companies, like you can kind of make a product a lot easier. Whereas, with places like Sam's, Costco, TJ Maxx, Target, they carry like everything. So it would be like a little more difficult to narrow down a new product to present.
Yeah, something that would benefit it.
Yeah. So maybe we should stick to something that's like specifically geared towards one thing and then come up with a new product from there. So like, I mean, I'm just solely basing it off of what's going on in today's world, but like Starbucks is a big thing right now just because of their fall menu that just came out. So maybe finding like a new product, whether that's for like the fall line that they have right now that maybe like hasn't been seen before, or even like their upcoming like Christmas time, because that's like a big time for marketing and promoting a product that maybe hasn't been seen that could strike up things in the Gen Z world.
Yeah, I like that idea. I'm down to do Starbucks if y'all are all okay with it.
I'm good with that too.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
Already. Client.
And I think when I was reading it says that you don't have to have like the specific product yet. Like you don't have to have like we don't have to come up with a product right now. I
Yeah.
think it's just like a general layout.
So like
Yeah,
I
it
guess
says
what you said with the upcoming, fall or Christmas thing, like that could be the part of the layout.
Okay.
I'm not sure if y'all read this part in Corson. Our outline should follow Exhibit 2-7 in our book. So maybe
Yes.
pull that up so we
So
can.
I have it pulled up and it says outside of your title, number 1 is purpose of the proposed research project, and that includes a description of the problem and research objectives.
I'm pulling that up so I can look at it too. So I
yeah,
thought
I am as well.
it logged me out.
Yeah, it's through Connect. It's on page 32, like when you click on the module 2 reading or the chapter 2 reading,
Got it.
it's on page 32.
Okay.
So
Might
for
take in a minute.
research objectives, I mean,
Okay, include a description of the problem and research objectives. That's for purpose. Yeah. So we're gonna do
so I mean, I can put something along the lines of like the company's widely known for, its expansive menu and coming out with new things during like holiday seasons that strike curiosity in a younger generation. I know right now with just how big TikTok is, like it takes 2 seconds for something to get promoted and pushed within less than 24 hours. So it's like finding a product that maybe can stand out that the company has never seen before during like the holiday season, whether that's like a new flavor, a new type of coffee, drink, or food. So I'll just put something like that.
Yeah, just put that they'll use the holidays to like highlight the product to help benefit.
Yep.
And then if y'all want, while I'm typing this out, if y'all want to talk about like the type of study, which would be the next one.
Okay, I just found it. Perfect.
My book's not pulling up, by the way.
I can
Screen share, maybe.
let me see. I'm gonna send you a picture of the part that we're looking at.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So have y'all thought about what type of study, like the research design at all, or looked at which type of ones?
I haven't specifically, no, not yet.
Okay, let me see if I can pull up.
I feel it'll kind of be we might have to like maybe have like, oh, do we want to do a product that's like helping out fix a problem? Because like the exploratory research, which is one of the studies that they put in that, um, like it's one of two objectives. It's either generating insights that will help define the problem situation, um, confronting the researcher, or deepening the understanding of consumer motivations, attitudes, and behavior. So I don't know, like, and then the descriptive one is involves collecting quantitative data to answer questions like who, what, when, where. I don't really have the one for the casual, so I can't speak
Let me
on that
see
one.
if I can find.
I definitely don't know if we would do exploratory because I don't feel, I mean, personally, I don't feel like there's like a problem.
Yeah, like they
Yeah.
mostly have their stuff like they know what they're doing.
Yeah. Like I think that the
Descriptive,
yeah, either descriptive or casual, depending on,
what the casual is, because I don't have a thing down for that one.
let me see.
I have the predictive, if that's what you're trying to say.
Mm, let's see.
Okay, so it looks like casual research, it's more of like cause and effect relationship between um stuff. So I feel like we can definitely rule out that one because I don't think we would use that one.
Exploratory or casual?
The other one, the one about um fixing a problem.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, casual sounds,
I think casual would be the best because
Because it's saying how it can be used by companies to determine the impact of changes in products, features, or services. Um,
you'll also be able to look at like repeat purchases, customer loyalty, stuff like that with casual. Um,
yeah, that's what I would go with then.
Mm,
yes.
Because then you can base your research off of how
yeah.
your product would do
Yeah.
in something like that and just kind of go from there.
Yes.
Okay, casual.
Already. So that'll be for the type of study. So the next thing on that list is definition of the target population and sample size. So it says describes the overall target population to be studied and determination of the appropriate sample size, including a justification of the size.
I think
Yeah.
the target population would be like the current Starbucks customers, maybe even new potential ones, um, who frequently go to other coffee shops like Dunkin' or other places like that.
Even like targeting people that go to like private coffee shops. Like I know in Carrollton there's a couple. and like the loyalty that people have to a bigger chain that has more options versus a smaller, not as established company.
Yeah.
I think maybe since it wants us to focus on like Gen Z, maybe look into, because I don't know if, because to kind of it's not part of Starbucks. They just use their name. But like, like on campus, how there's Starbucks, like see how many Gen Zs going there. Mm.
Now
So maybe
not on this, but there was something on the page, the project information page, where, and I could be just dreaming this, but I'm pretty sure it said something along the lines of we had to have eventually.
We had to have surveys or something. Yes. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Yes, we do.
And is that something that we have to like go and actually like give questionnaires to Gen Zers?
I'm not sure exactly. Um, okay, writing question. I have the packet right here. Let's see. Your group will obtain 50 completed surveys from the desired target market. So we have to, yeah.
so I guess for Target we can put we're targeting more of the like Gen Z age. So I guess whenever we do the surveys, we'll just ask their age, I guess.
Which is 27 to where does Gen Z stop before this new generation?
Gen Z is ages
97 to, go ahead.
23 to, mine's saying 23 to 83, 23 to 38. So anyone between 1981 to 1996.
For Gen Z?
That's what it says. Hold on. Let me open it. I
Because
just
I'm seeing 97 to 2012.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
yep, you're right. That at first it had millennials and then Gen Z is second. So yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was about to say
So
that's
12-year-old
like
to
millennials.
Yeah,
27-year-old.
you're right. 1997, 2012.
Okay. So
It also says to like include gender, income, if relevant, to what we're looking at or the product.
okay. And I mean that can be another thing of study too, is like you said, college people who have access to it that are in like a different environment, like college students that live on campus.
Mhm.
Um, and I also know that, I mean, I could be wrong. I've never lived on a college campus, but it's one of those things where I don't think all Starbucks, especially the ones that are in campuses or businesses, have everything that you can get at like a physical storefront.
Yeah, that's
Yeah. It also says to use like a convenient sampling, so we would have to like get it ourselves because they said like you can use, contact your friends, family through email,
Well,
however you can get in
yeah.
contact with them,
I
social
mean, if
media.
we each, I mean, 50 surveys is a lot, but if we
But
each,
10, 15 each, I
yeah,
think
Yeah, that's not too bad.
yeah. So I think if Shelby is in with this, which I would hope she is, then it would be 10 each. And I think that we can just kind of gather that on our own once we get like because I think we have to build a questionnaire
yeah, we
too,
do.
start doing all
Yeah.
that. So that can
and
be
it
something.
could be a Google form because
I
people normally on
think there's actually a link. I just saw it on this thing. An online program called
Qualtrics or
Yeah, will
something.
be used for data collection. We are very fortunate that University of West Georgia pays blah 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 blah. So we'll use
Mhm.
that for, I believe, for our surveys
Okay.
Sounds good.
when we get to that part.
Let's,
Do you think we have enough for the target and sample topic, or do we need to talk more on that?
I was about to say, I mean, I feel like, which I'll obviously go back in and reword all this when we're done.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think that that's enough for that.
Okay, it's perfect. Let's see. So for the next part, it says sample design and data collection method. Describe the sampling technique used and the method of collecting data. Wouldn't that just be the link? Because didn't you say there was a link we use that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I
And
think it even goes off of like how we said we're gonna try and, you know, gather it on our own, our friends, family, if they fall in the Gen Z category.
And maybe we could even because I know when I like am on campus sometimes like people will be walking around like asking people stuff. So worst case we can always do that because I mean if I don't mind going out there and doing it if we happen to need more or something. So
okay.
Yeah, and I
already.
thought also
So
like if we can make like a QR code or something. My boyfriend works at the Starbucks on campus.
Oh,
So
nice.
if anything, I could just be like, yo, can you slide this there? Ask people to fill it out for me. So
Yeah. Okay.
alrighty. So let's see. Next topic is the specific research instruments. Describes the method used to collect the needed data, including the various types of scales.
So our data from our surveys, we'll use that, of course.
what would we
Do like a chart or some type of some
I
type
don't know if I don't know if y'all looked at any of those like final report templates, like what it's supposed to look like in the end, but people did have charts in them.
yeah,
Mhm.
so we can
Okay.
create a chart from our findings from our surveys. Um
So pretty much just gathering all the data and putting it together in a chart. We'll figure out like what kind of chart later on best fits the information.
Yeah.
Um, so that it can be read easy. All right, for the next one, it's potential manageable benefits of the proposed study. So discuss the expected values of the information to management and how the initial problem might be solved, including the study's limitations. Let's see. So I guess that would just connect back to what are essential, let's see.
Purpose of proposed research?
I was about to say,
Yes.
I mean, it says problem might be solved, but for ours, we can say something
Yeah.
different since it's not a problem solving data.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, we could say it could be like a problem solve, like to help them get more people. Because, you know, recently I've been seeing like Starbucks, they've been like making like these crazy like discounted sale type thing. They're like, oh, you could get two drinks for $3 or whatever. Just because of their situation with what happened with I forgot who they were helping out. I don't know if you guys heard of it.
oh,
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And like their sales went down a lot, so they've been
So
having
we
all
could say
these
like
deals.
how we can help them back to get back their past, how much, you know, their sales were before.
Yeah, and we can also put for how the initial problem might be solved. We can, I guess, also imply that getting more revenue and profit is also just solving that as well, maybe. Alrighty.
Oh, no.
All right, so are you good on that one? Or
Yes.
okay. All right. So for the next part, it's the proposed cost for the total project, itemizes the expected cost for completing the research, including a total cost figure and anticipated time frames. So I feel like that one we touch more on when we figure out the let's see, the
The
actual.
that we're using to work on it, maybe.
It says, because it says on our books, what you had just said with the include total cost and anticipated timeframes. But on the um
Handout, maybe.
yeah, the template that it gave, it put like budget. So I'm assuming like we don't really have to have like a number just yet, like you said, but we at least need to have
Yeah.
like budget idea and then a schedule as well.
Yeah.
I
So I feel
wonder
like for
I wonder if we could look up like what it
Typically, how
normally
much?
costs them to create a new product in general and then
and
like go from there.
yeah, I was also gonna say with the schedule, obviously we'd want, since our whole like thing is to base it based off of like the holidays like fall, Christmas, our schedule would obviously align with around those times as well.
I'm trying to look up how much it costs them to like market and start up a new product.
I
Okay.
see the cost of product development alone just runs between 10,000 to 30,000.
Okay.
But what I searched up was how much does it typically cost to create like a new product as a researcher for a company? That's what popped up for me.
Okay.
Starbucks spends $960 million a year on coffee beans. That is insane. Well, that's just a shop spend on marketing. Yeah. It says anywhere from, well, just on their marketing, so I would assume probably a middle range of this for a new product, because just on marketing in general, it's $13,000 to $65,000.
Okay.
So it probably costs them, like what she said, about $10,000 for a new product and the marketing for that product.
So we'll just say like 10 to 70.
Yeah.
Give that range. And then our schedule would align with the holiday season.
Yeah.
And I can also add in like when their release dates are typically, like when do they range and how long do they stay up? Because those holiday menus only stay up temporarily. So if we were to come up with like a Christmas product now, the timeline from now till when they would stop selling it would be the schedule, I'm assuming.
Yes, let's see.
And I guess that could also help us get more into like, like once we figure out the product and everything, how it would how it would benefit like the client. Because we'll say like during, you know how you said like from now to the end of the selling of that product, would be like our research, but we could like also give them a estimate like, oh, from when you start the selling the product, say it's December, well, it's gonna be like November something, to
Yeah, it
December,
says
you should
November
see your price
2nd.
and this or so.
It says their holiday, so like if we came up with a Christmas drink, it's from November 2nd until the beginning of January. So that's
Mm,
good of 'em.
so we could save that for like when we get further into the project
Yeah.
to give it more detailed.
That is, I don't think that this proposal is supposed to be perfect.
Yeah, but I feel like if we get a good amount, because it seems like she's real, into the details. So I feel the more details, the better.
Mhm.
All right, so data processing, budget, schedule. So it looks like that's it. That's on the template, that is connected to the actual research proposal, but then just touching on the last from the exhibit 2.7, just the last two are profile of the research company, capabilities, briefly describe the researchers and their qualifications, as well as the general overview of the company. And then optional dummy tables of the project results give examples of how the data might be presented in the final report. If y'all want to talk about that, just in case she is expecting us to follow that one.
Okay. Well, and I can put um like something about each of us that would
Well,
make us geared to have qualifications to do the research on this.
I was gonna say, I feel like most people have all gone to Starbucks, but I mean, I have been to Starbucks a bunch, um, and then worked with other businesses as well. So
And then I know
We could also say like, someone like in our group looks at the trends of, what's going on. Like how you said you've been to Starbucks and typically like what's good, what most people get. So just watching those trends. Even with the TikTok that you said, things can get publicated within like 24 hours and it's like already on the other side of the world.
well, and I also know that you having a connection with someone who works for the company already, like
yeah.
that could be
So
something,
from the insider point out,
yeah, from an insider's perspective, like you're getting like that connection and I mean, we could say that like he's telling you, this is what he sees, this is what's popular, this is what's not popular, and kind of add that in.
mhm.
Yeah.
And then what was that last one?
It says give examples of how the data might be presented in the final report. Um, I feel like we can say we would do like the tables, how it would be, like the pros and cons of how it would benefit and not benefit them overall. And I guess if they should or shouldn't use whatever we come up with for the client.
I wonder, are they talking about, I
The
wonder if that's
outcome of
talking
it.
about like the charts and stuff that we would do.
Think so. I think so.
Yeah.
Would I need to look, I wonder if we could look up like just random examples online and just be like, this is kind of like what we're leaning towards.
I'm gonna see. Let's see.
Like I'm seeing a couple of charts just comparing the popularity of a fall drink versus a Christmas drink and um like how it's ranged in the different years, like in the past like couple years, how much
Yeah.
popular it became.
And then I'm also seeing lots of like a lot of the data is like pie charts and like percentages. So maybe we could also do like let's say like what percent of customers buy normal drinks versus holiday drinks during the season. Like do people buy more or do they just stick to their normal drinks?
I
And
think
it can also go ahead.
it'll be a
Sorry.
lot easier to come up with chart ideas once we know what we're putting in our questionnaires. like what kind
Yeah.
of data we're going to be receiving back.
And I guess we could think about some like questions, like how you said, how some people like this rather than that. Like it could also go into taste wise, people in the fall like the pumpkin spice, people in the winter like chocolate or mint or whatever. So
And I'll obviously go in and change a lot of this wording that I'm putting down whenever I'm going back through. But I think that's it for this.
Sounds good. I was gonna say, whenever you get done typing it up, if you just want to like share it with the rest of us, that way we can all like read it, um, and then I'll just submit it in. So,
I'll
or
I'll send it in the email group just because that might be easier for me to put a file in.
yeah,
And then if there's anything, I might can do it where y'all can edit it too. So if y'all see something that you want to add or take out, feel free. Don't feel like you have to like tell me to do it if there's something that you just see like you want to do. So I'll make sure that when I share it, you can edit it.
sounds good.
Um,
I feel like, go ahead.
I do have one question. For the video, does it get attached to the proposal when we submit it? Or is there somewhere else to submit the video? Does anyone?
Let's see. I think it said in like the comment, let me look. She
mhm.
said to just attach a link to the
Assignment
video.
thing.
Like once you post it and make it public, that
Yes.
can go with it.
And she said if it's too long, then we'll have to cut it up.
And then also,
So,
I know that we have to, when we submit this, we also have to submit peer evaluations, correct?
Yeah, don't forget to
Do
do
we
that
have
because
do we
I
have
saw
to
it
do
at the
that with
bottom.
each one?
I
Or do we
yeah,
just
I
set
was
it
wondering
again?
that.
also
It
each,
says on here for each one.
yeah,
Okay.
because under where we submit in our research proposal, it says also each group member should submit his or her group member's evaluation to this Dropbox. See project handout for details. Please name your document, your evaluation, your name.
Okay.
So I have a question because I don't know if I'm like reading correctly, but I don't know if it was I believe it was in this class, but one of them said like one person submit the maybe it was in a different class.
That's a different class because in this
Okay,
one it says
thank
each
you.
group member should submit his or her group evaluation to this Dropbox.
But now for like the project itself, it's just a one submission. Like we don't all have to submit the same thing. But
Okay,
the
yeah, I was gonna say that.
separate. Yeah.
So
So like once I finish typing this up and email it to y'all and we all kind of like look over it, we say, yeah, this looks great. Like just send it in. I'll probably just submit the paper or like the PDF. And then Chloe, you can send in the video. And then I think that's all we would need.
yeah, as a
Just
group, and then
yeah, group.
of course don't forget your evaluation.
Yeah. And then the
And
evaluation.
don't forget in the evaluation, it says to include your name in it as well. Because I was having to reread it, but you have to include like each person. So technically, right now we have 5 people in the group. So each person, if like you feel like every single person included the same amount, it would be 20% for each person.
Okay. Now, with her not being here, would that be 25?
Yes,
You feel? Just speaking in context.
I agree.
Like the full 100.
Because I mean, I think she was the one that started the
It was.
email that said we should do Thursday at 2:30. So I feel like she knew.
I went back and looked because I was like, I wanted to see if she had even responded, and she's the one that even created. Oh no, she's not. Well, she said
I was
that
the
she had
one who
created.
sent out a full email because I was like new. I saw you guys already had the group, and I was just like, let me introduce myself a bit more because I don't know if you saw my introduction and stuff. So
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I saw she said, where did it go? Hey guys, I have created 3 Zoom meetings. Please let me know which one works best for you.
Mm.
And then I think Thursday at 2:30 is the best time for everyone. And then she never said anything else.
Mm.
Yeah. I feel like that's plenty of time for her to reach out, but hopefully we'll hear from her. If not, I think there was something that mentioned about if you don't hear from anyone or if they're not putting in, we are able to, I guess, technically kick the person out of the group.
Yeah.
So
Well, we'll just do our evaluations off of the four of us since that's who's here for this particular part of it. And then we'll just kind of
yes,
keep reaching out to her. And I would say if she doesn't show up for the next get together, we would need to probably just be like, hey, we're going to move forward without you just because we've already done X, X, and X. And we would have to be spending so much time catching her up on everything too.
Mhm.
So
yeah.
I say let's just keep emailing her and just see if she eventually will respond. Because when do I want to
15th.
get together next? I guess that's the biggest question.
Our next assignment
Let's see.
is due on the 15th, which is a Sunday as well. Why does my calendar look so weird?
I will say I will be gone, which I'm available from now until the 10th of September before that assignment is due. So if we got together before then and worked on it, even if it was like a couple times before then, I think we'll be fine.
And I'm available every single day, other than I'm also in EMT school, so my schedule with that is very weird. But my class starts at 6. So if we do it just before 6, anytime we do it, I'm fine. Now, if we do
Yeah.
it a little later than that, then I'll just have to make sure that I don't have class that day.
Yeah. And if there is a chance that there's like a time where we need to get together and some are not available, that's fine. I'm not worried about judging people's like participation. If we just needed a quick little, hey, has anyone thought of anything type of meeting? And also, if we don't feel like hopping on a Zoom, like we do have the text now, I think that's just going to be so much easier than emails.
Yeah.
Emails can get kind of lost in the sauce. So, um, like if someone is just thinking of an idea one day for a product and we want to kind of just like randomly brainstorm, we can do that too.
I was gonna say if y'all wanted, because I'm sure everyone's taking a couple classes, work schedule. If from like here till I guess we can plan to do another meeting like next Thursday, I guess around the
Mhm.
same time, and we can just brainstorm ideas and send texts about thoughts and stuff. And then if y'all just wanted to plan for next Thursday around 2:30, that works for me. I don't know about y'all.
Yeah,
We can. Does that work for y'all as well?
it works
It
for
works
me,
for me.
which is the 5th.
Yes, the 5th.
And do you want to set up again, Chloe? Do you want to set it
Yeah,
up so
I
since
will.
this works better than the other one?
Yep, I will do that. And I'll send out the link.
And
Actually, we might be able to use this same link every time, but I'll double check.
Okay.
okay.
I'll double check.
Yeah, I say